Hello, everybody. Welcome to the season of AI 2.0. Today, we are having R Bhargavi with us, and she'll be teaching you. So, Bhargavi, the stage is all yours. I'll just add your presentation and I'll be backstage, okay? All the
Yeah,
best.
sure. Okay. Thank you, Dhruv. And in this session, as Dhruv had an introduction of what we are going to cover, we would be covering about the Copilot Studio as a whole on what it does and how can we use the Azure OpenAI inside the Copilot Studio and what are the uses of the Copilot Studio is something that we would be seeing on this particular session. So, before I go into the session, let me give a brief introduction of myself. I am CR Bhargavi, working as a senior software engineer for Ford, and I'm a Microsoft MVP and a Microsoft certified trainer and a C Sharp Corner MVP where I do write articles and blogs under C Sharp Corner. And you can get in touch with me by scanning this QR code, and you can connect with me post the session as well. And I would be happy to help you out on any doubts regarding the Copilot Studio um, or Microsoft related products that are available. Okay. The agenda for today's session would be like we would be seeing what does Microsoft Copilot Studio mean and what are the Copilot Studio and subscription limits that it has, and then how does we use the generative AI inside the Copilot Studio, and most of it would be having the demo part of it, and I would not be having the theory part over here. Okay, so let's start from the scratch of what does the Microsoft Copilot mean. So, as the word Copilot states, it's like a pilot who is sitting next to the next to the pi- pilot, and they would be helping out, right? So it's the same way that the Copilot would be doing for ourselves, wherein it is AI assistant and it would be offering the innovative solutions across the Microsoft products, and that would have the productivity, creativity, and data accessibility being done under the enterprise, and that would be providing you with the enterprise grade security that what it can assure you with, and it would be providing you with the privacy features that what it can provide you as in with. So, what does this Copilot do for you? It's something like the Copilot can either can do the code assistance and auto completion, or it can be like the natural language understanding, wherein it can help you out with where it can help you out with understanding the multiple languages, or it can be of technical documentation, say in case like when you want to generate some technical documentations and explanation, you can go ahead and use it, or when you want to use the use something like building the virtual assistant, then you would be going with Copilot Studio. So these are some things that the Copilot can do for you, and there are different kind of Copilots which are available under the Microsoft, and one such is something that we would be seeing, which is Copilot Studio. What it does is like the Copilot Studio, what it does is like it is a powerful platform which allows you to customize and build your own Copilot by extending the ones with the content of the Microsoft 365. What it does is like it is used to tailor your own Copilot to the specific needs that what you want, and with the help of the custom Copilot that what you want to build, you can also use the GPT models which are in place, and this is actually backed by Azure OpenAI. So what it allows you to do is something like you can you can easily build a virtual assistant for yourself, and it handles various tasks from answering questions to assisting you with the workflow that what you want to build inside the Copilot Studio. As it comes under the low code no code approach, what it does is very simple. It makes our task very simple. As in, you just have to drag and drop the low code no code interface, and it you don't have to code much apart from that. And it provides you with a comprehensive connected environment for providing and managing the copilot with various various kind of the environment that what you have. And this is all about the theory part, as I was telling you earlier, Asan. And I would be covering more on the demo part, so I'm going back to the demo and covering you with the demo part. How do you log in inside inside the Copilot Studio is something like copilotstudio.microsoft.com. And once you log in inside the copilotstudio.microsoft.com, what you would be getting, what you are seeing now is the home screen that what you would be getting. And this is something like the prompt window, which allows you to type in what kind of prompt that what you want to build your virtual assistant for. This whole thing is for building the virtual assistant that what you need. So, and you can connect it to different channel as well. So it allows you to connect with the various channel it has. Let me just give a brief introduction of what does the copilot mean, and then how can we add the different kind of our own knowledge base into it at the later stage. First thing is something like we have some kind of the things which are being prompted here as the thing, right? So we can go ahead and click on that as well. Say in case like when you want to build a copilot for yourself, what it does is similar to create a copilot for topics related to human resources and employee benefit. What it would do, it would be providing you up with the virtual assistant, wherein it would be something like it would be answering all the questions related to the human resources and employee benefits, is something that what we had given it under the prompt. If you had known the power virtual agent in the earlier terms, it's something very similar to that, and it had come up in a different name, which is Copilot Studio. And when you click on with go button of it, what it does is very simple. It does not, it just prompt you with giving a name for it, and once you give a name for it, it would be asking you for icons and then description, instruction, and not what kind of knowledge base that what you want to give on. So the instruction here means that you can provide it with something like what it has to do. Like you would be giving on with certain kind of prompt on what it has to do as a next step, right? That's something that the instruction would be used for. And description, when you go on with the description, what it does is like it would be used for having the description of the copilot on what it does, like what the copilot has been created for, and what is the end goal, and who are you targeting as an audience. So something of that sort. It is all related to the copilot is thing that what you would be giving on. Once you give all these details, either by giving it or not by giving it, you can click on create and it would start creating it. The recommended way is something like you would be clicking on with everything and then it gets created. So, what it does is it would have now created the whole thing, as in you don't have to code anything at all there, but when you start typing in and testing it over there, it would be answering all the questions which are related to the HR HR department. Say in case like when you go ahead and ask it something like, can you explain about leave policy? So it would be answering about the leave policy which you had given to it. As it is a HR department, HR department thing, it would try to give you up with the content that what it has. So say in case like when you click on this particular thing, what it does is like it would be trying to give you up with the result that what it can give you up with. Like say in case of you had given one intent, let me try to explain you everything in brief. Like what it does is like you had given something of what it has to do, and then it had tried to pick that up, and it had tried to check with the data sources that what it has, and then what it does is like it would be having the condition. So if the condition is blank kind of, then that would be ending up as something that what we have defined here. So it would be ending up over there, and it would be like giving up the results based on that. So this is all about that. And now coming up to the parts which are here. Like we have overview, we have knowledge, we have topics, we have actions, analytics, and channels. So what we would be covering everything over here. Overview is something like the about the copilot on what it does. Knowledge is like when you want to add something of sort, like you can add in your own knowledge base on how it has to act on. Like say in case you can add the public website, say in case like you are making it to act as an cricket answering bot. So you can give in all the details which are related to the cricket, say in case like ESPN or CrickBus or anything of that sort, which are related to cricket, right? So you would be giving it over here, and from that it would try to pick that up, and it would try to get all the details which are stored inside that particular website, and that should be of public. So you would be giving that public over here, public websites here, and that's something called as the knowledge base. The data that what you want to train on becomes the knowledge base. So you would be giving it over here. And if at all, if it's been owned by an organization, so you should be like what it has been mentioned here, confirm that your organization owns the website which will be used to enable the Bing search results. So it should be enabled to make it as the website, and if at all it's not been there, then that becomes a a kind of void for the Bing search. Then it would not be kind of taking that particular knowledge base and will be leaving that part. This is all about the knowledge base, and that knowledge base can be of any sort, like that can be of public website, and that can be of SharePoint, and that can be of Dataverse, that can be of anything. Like, or you can also browse in the documents, and you can upload it as well. And regarding the topics, what it does is like topics are just to say in case like when you say hi, or when you say hello, hey, or howdy, or something of that sort, that can be of anything, right? And whenever you try to give in and it has to answer you back, so what it does is you are training to the virtual assistant that if this is being given, then this is the answer that what you try to give on, and that becomes the topic. Say in case like bye can be of different phrases like bye for now, bye now, goodbye, no thank you, goodbye. So these are the phrases that what it can try to change on. So if you give that particular phrase, what it does is it would be trying to ask you up with would you like to end the conversation. If the if the user is kind of like selecting the yes or no, and based on the boolean it would try to take the condition over here. If it's kind of like true, then that would be following up with the particular conversation that what it has. And if it's kind of like false, then it would be something like go ahead, I'm listening kind of answer that what it would try to give you up with. So its topic is something like you would be training up with the virtual assistant on what it has to try to move on. Maybe I would try to answer you up here. If it's kind of like no, then it's obvious that go ahead and listening is something that what we had trained on, right? So say in case yes is something that what we are giving it. Did you answer that question? Okay, this is the response that what it has given on. So when we want to, it had now ended the conversation, right? How much rate that what I can, what you can give up with, and then how it can assist you with is something that what it tries to ask you on. So all these data are being given and being trained here on what it has to do on, and that's where it would try to give you up with the different kind of the data that what it has. Like when we selected yes, it had tried to ask you up with did you answer that question, and that was the same thing happened here, right? So this is where you would be training up with. And when you all the data that what you do here will be the one that what it tries to reflect on here. So this is all about the topics. And regarding the action is something like when you want to add a row or delete a row or delete a column, or when you want to run a script, or when it wants to connect the power automate to the desktop or anything of that sort. Not just that, it has different kind of the connectors which are available too. Just a minute. Yeah, different kind of the connectors which are available with it as well. Like it can be used for connecting the flow, and then create uploading a new skill, and that can be of anything. And when you go on with uploading a new skill, you would be giving on with the url, and within that it would try to give up with the data that what you want to progress on, and it would be giving you up with the result on that. And yeah, this is all about that. And I'm just going back to the same column that what we were discussing on. And you can also create your own thing, and that's where the flow api connectors all those things comes on. And when you go on to the flow, what it does is, yeah, so that can be of anything, and you can go ahead and do the action. What does this action do is like it would be something like what it tries to do, and what is the next set of action that what it has to do on. So analytics is something like how does your copilot act, and what would be the customer satisfaction, and what are the billing dates, and how it's been boosted up with the different kind of conversation. We haven't published it or we haven't updated it with any of the content, right? So that data would not be available. Just a minute. Okay. When you go up with the analytics, you can just go on with the data. And when it's something like the data, we don't have the data being created before this particular date, right? So it will not be available for that. But when you have the data being loaded, then obvious that it would get loaded, and these are the ways that what you can authorize on as well. And when it comes for channel, you have different kind of the a different kind of the Copilot Studio options which are available. Say in case like you have multi Microsoft Teams, Telegram, telephony, Facebook, and there are different kind of things. Or say in case like you want to publish it under your own website, then that's possible as well. Or say in case like you want to publish it under the ServiceNow or Salesforce or anything of that sort, then that's possible as well. Or if you want to integrate the same inside the email, then that's possible as well. You can do that integration into your own channels that what you want to try to go on, and from there you can go ahead and use that. So this is all about the Copilot Studio. And there is something like when you click on create, you have different kind of options from which you can start with the template as well. Like what do we mean by template here is like, say in case like when you want to build a chatbot which is like build a copilot which would be answering the help desk related queries, then what you would be trying to give here is like you would be clicking on with the IT help desk, and you can see here, right, like it would try to resolve issues and effortlessly create view support tickets is something that what it tries to do. And instruction is something that what we would be trying to give, like you are a assistant that helps employee with the, I'm sorry, you are a assistant that helps employee with the information technology support, and you are doing that to create tasks and cases. So you are doing that particular thing over there. And when you are giving that you are also instructing it something like you should respond politely is something that what we try to go what we try to give on as well. And what data have your data been connected with? You have connected it with ServiceNow. So and when you want to add the knowledge base, like these are the questions and these are the answers that what you had given on, and it has to try to pick that up, or you have already a public website which has been available. Say in case like some tickets would be of the sort like I have did this part, but I don't have a resolution of closing this, can you please help us, something that what a ticket can be off, right? Like for that reasons you would be referring a public website and you would be providing the results to them, and they would be referring to the public website, and they can solve the issue by themselves. For those kind of things, what you can do is you can give in with the public website, and you can add the database of yourself, like the knowledge base of yourself. Or if it's the question, then this is the answer is something that what you would be doing on, like building your own knowledge base and putting it under the SharePoint, and from there you can link it over here as well. So either of it or anything that what you want to do over here is also possible. So once you are done with that, you would be either you can give the knowledge base, or without the knowledge base as well you can go ahead and create that. It won't be allowing me to create because it is asking me for set up the configuration. I'm just removing it such that it would try to create me up with the copilot. Otherwise, okay. L- Let me go here. Let me go here. And we have safe travels, right? And we have created a copilot for the copilot for the travels related one. And we had set up something like the copilot should be acting based on the travel related one. And you can see here, right, like a virtual assistant, you should be aware that different kind of the travel documents or visa related things or the local regulations, immigration or anything of that sort, it should be answering you up with. So and you have to give the knowledge base that what you want to try to give on. Say in case like if you have some knowledge base which has been given, then you would be giving it here, and from there you can build that one as well. And we have different kind of the conversation which has been given, like say in case like if something is being given, then that would be giving an answer saying that, hi, hello, I am bot name, like bot name would be of safe travel copilot 2. So whatever the name that what you try to give on over here, it would try to give you up with the different ways. And with that it would try to ask you with what can I ask, what can I ask. So inside that what can I ask, we have different kind of the questions which are being available, like what are the quick replies that what it can give you up with. And from there it can give the different ways of the response that what it can have. So the it does act it, we haven't did everything, but what it does, it had created something which is related to the safe travel, just because we had selected the template of safe travels, and this is fully dependent on the travel related copilot. So it has changed to itself. That's something that what we want to try to cover it over here. So this is all that it would be doing. And the copilot option which has been given here, right? So it is something that which allows you to view all the copilots which are available. And when you click on delete, then that would be deleting it, or when you click on open copilot, then that would be allowing you to open the copilot. That's it. And you can navigate over here, and from there you can get the knowledge base being added. And when you want to publish the document, publish the copilot, then you would be publishing it over here, and you can go to the settings part and change whenever you want to change the copilot's name as well, or when you want to change the icon as well, you would be going there and choosing it. Or when you want to add the generative AI things to it, what you can do is you can go ahead and give the generative AI thing over there, and you can have the um, things being connected which are related to the generative AI, and that would have the combination of it. And that can be off, like when you click on classic, or when you click on, and this would be of high is like precise, and low is like medium, and it would be of, like, you can go ahead and decide on with how your generative AI content should be of, like, it would be giving you up with the results which are of more precise or creative, or either in a balanced way. It should be of more creative as well, and it should be of more precise as well, and that would be of the moderate way. And that's possible inside this. And when you go to the security, say in case, like, when you want to authorize with something like the web channel, then you would be having the key over here, and from this key you would have the secret 1 and secret 2, right? So you can regenerate it a number of times, and whenever you feel like your key is being um, accessed outside, so you can regenerate it, and you just have to consume that particular key alone, such that it would try to be more secure. And this is something that what the safety matters, and your particular data has not been accessed outside is something Microsoft assures you with. And entities, say in case, like, you have age, you have country, date, all those different kind of things which are there, right? So you would be entering all those things over here as an entity. Either you can map in as an entity, or either you can create rejects, or, like, say in case you have a list of um, list of the things which would be of the entity part, and you want to do that, then you can go ahead and do that as well. Okay, next thing is you can enable the voice for your particular chatbot as well, such that what it does is a DTMF, based on the DTMF, like DTMF is very simple, very similar to the one that what you use on with the dialog flow as well. Like, it would be trying to receive the input from the audio that what you try to give on, right? So it would be trying to get the audio with that. And you can also recognize how silent it is, and if it's been silent, then it would turn on with the timeout by itself. And speech collection can be done, say in case, like, your speech has to be off collected, and it would be try to be detected. So, and based on the milliseconds, you can given the milliseconds, and based on that you can try to work based on all these parameters. And you can add different kind of the language as well here. Say in case, like, language, what we mean is, it's not just like English is being supported here. Say in case we we can have various kind of the things. And okay, since we have selected the generative AI, just a minute, let me try to off it so that it would try to give you a. Okay, now going back. Yeah. Since the generative AI is being enabled, and for now, at least, Microsoft Copilot Studio allows you to have just the English part being selected whenever you have selected the generative AI. Generative AI, and whenever it's been something like the languages has to be in different kind of the language, then you have to ensure that the generative AI is being off, and you can have different kind of the a different kind of the things being selected here, like, say in case Chinese or Italian or uh, Portuguese, anything of that sort. You can select multiple as well. And if you had selected, then it would, at last, it would ask you up with the with the save, and from there you can save it. And language understanding is like how it tries to get you up with the NLU part, like the natural language understanding part, how it tries to understand you up with that. And you can manage it over here. Like it takes you up with the Power Apps, and inside the Power Apps, you would get it connected. And from there, you can have the various kind of the Azure uh, cognitive service for language has been connected. And I would try to open this particular part. Like it would try to give you up with the various data, like the conversational language understanding integration part. And from there it would try to give you up with the CLU model, which can be developed inside the Power Apps or anything of that sort. And from that, it would try to give you like you would be trying to save it over here. And that language understanding would be like linked and will be connected here. So component collection is like when you have created multiple copilots, you would be creating the components collections. And uh, to be in a very layman terms, you have something called as global variables kind of thing, right? So don't take it in a variable way there, but some things has to be used for this particular copilot, and the same solution has to be reused in some other copilot as well. Then what you do is you would be creating a component collection here. And that solution can be of any sort, like it can be of default solution, or it can be of common data service default solution, like the CDS solution can be as well. And what you do is you would be giving it a name along with the description. And once you give that, you would be like, I'm just giving it over here, sample. Yeah, I'm just giving it over here, and it allows you to choose what different kind of conversation that what you want to get from. And it would be trying to review the same. And when you create it, what it does is it would be giving you up with like creating sample, and it would try to create it. And now what you can do is this particular sample will be available under everything, like the copilots that what you have created under that particular environment, it would be available like active for, you can see, right? And when you go and click on with the different copilots, then that would be available for that particular copilot as well. And from there you can go ahead and use that as well. So this is the way that what you can try to use on. And yeah, component collection, and if it's been active, then you can go ahead and use that. If not if not that's needed, then you can delete it off as well whenever that's not been needed. Add to a copilot, add to a copilot. Yeah, now you can see, right? Add to copilot 2 is being added. And whichever the details that what you select on, and when you come to component settings, and if it's been available for that particular environment, then that gets added here. And that would be using the same kind of components which are being created just for reusing purpose. That's it. This is all about the Copilot Studio. And now, to understand it even more clear, I'm just taking up with the same sample that what we have. I'm going here and I'm re-editing it, public website. and now I'm giving it something like ESPN. I'm giving it different details. Okay, meetup. I'm giving it meetup link as well, where when you ask it about something like the community related things, then that would get you up with the details there. I'm not restricting this particular bot to be like this. I'm just giving it a different way. Microsoft Q&A. Microsoft Q&A. It would not take more than 2 minutes actually. And one notable thing is you should not be uh, giving it more than level 2. Like it should be just up and then uh, I mean only 2 levels down and not more than that. Let me check if it works. Okay, it works. All right. Stack Overflow. Sorry. Okay. Stack Overflow, Meetup, and giving it like um, BSc India, such that it would be trying to give up with the BSc informations as well. Market site. Okay. Now you can see here, right? Like it has different kind of things. And when you click on add, what it does is it would try to get all the details which are related to it. And when you try to test, hi, say in case like it's now refreshed, right? So now let us go back here and say something like hi, and what's the gold rate today? Or so what it does is it would try to I mean since we have given multiple websites, and it has to read everything, and it has to come up, right? So it would take time obviously, so let us give some time to it. Until then we have given it something like the generative AI answers has to be enabled, and so it tries to give you up with the answers. It tries to generate on, and when it's been actuals, then what it tries to do is something like it would try to get you up with the data that what it has exactly in that particular site, and it would be trying to give you up with the result based on that with the reference to it. Now let me test it. Possibilities are less because it takes time actually, not more than like 2 to 3 minutes around at least. Um, okay, let me put this up into different way. I'm not loading it too much. Maybe like let me delete everything and let me just have it one thing so that it would try to answer with just one. I'm just having the Q&A answer alone over connected here. So, and let me refresh it as well. All right, let it take around seconds of time. Okay, let me try how to connect RAG with Azure OpenAI. So when you try to give it, what it does is something like, now can you see here, it would be something related to the Q&A part. How do you use RAG in the REST API? It's a question that's been already given and it has been already trained up with as well. Like we just gave one thing alone to it, right? Like we just gave just one kind of knowledge base, and that would actually take time. We gave the starting thing of it, and from there it has to read every child inside it, like every root inside it, and it has to give you back with the result based on that. Obviously it would take time, and if you give enough time for it, then it would be giving you up with the answer related to that. But as we are hurrying up right now, I just wanted to try it out with just one URL here and wanted to test it, and it worked fine for now. What it had tried to do, it had tried to like, uh, can you see here, we just tried to navigate to the uh, answers alone, like this was the particular thing, and from there it had tried to route everything like questions 1360, how do you use REST API. It would try to get all the details which are related to the OpenAI thing along with the RAG, and it would try to provide you up with the response as mentioned here. So, as it had told, it had just given you up with the response for you, and it would try to give you up with the data of it. So the this is how the Copilot works on, and yeah, this is all about it. And I'm done for the session for today, and I'm open up for questions now. And if you have any questions to be answered, I'm open up for it. And this is my LinkedIn QR code. Get in touch with me, post the session as well, and I would be happy to help you up with any questions. Post the session as well. Is there any questions? Okay. Dhruv, can you confirm if there are any questions? I'm unable to see any questions for now.
No, there are no questions as of now. If you
Okay,
want, we can wait for 5 minutes.
sure. Yeah. Okay. Considering this as a no, and I would be happy to help you up with the questions that what you have, even if you watch it later as well. And this is my LinkedIn code. You can get in touch with me there as well. With that, thanks for joining today's session, and thanks, Dura, for hosting me. It was a great to have been part of this.
Thank you, Bhargavi. Thank you so much for doing this for us. And I'll just end the stream right now.
Yeah.